How's it going, everyone? Maryland here. Yeah, last time we set sail for Dewford town by visiting Mr. Briney's cottage on Route 104, or at least the southern part of it. Yeah, we need to deliver this letter to Steven. But the thing is, we're not going to be able to do that just yet. You can actually head north to Route 106 there and visit the Granite Cave. But unlike the previous games, you actually need to take on the gym first. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it goes in the previous games. You could actually visit there beforehand and just skip the gym leader for a while. But you know what? They changed it in this. I know it was at least that way in Emerald. I'm pretty sure it was that way for Ruby and Sapphire too. But yeah, so what is going on in town here? Well, first and foremost, I just showed you kind of where the Pokemon Center is, but right off the dock, you're going to want to talk to this guy here. Feast your eyes on this. It's a silk scarf. It's the cutting edge of fashion. Oh, I can see your eyes twinkling. You appreciate my dazzling style. What a delight you are. Here, please, I want you to have it. All right, so he gave me the silk scarf. It raises the power of normal type moves. It's a marvelous scarf that will go with almost all Pokemon. Yes, indeed. So, I had a miracle seed item that I'd gotten in the forest in Petalburg Woods that raises the power of grass type moves by 20%. Well, you know what? The silk scarf actually functions similarly, except for normal type moves. So it's a great thing to give to, say, Zigzagoon, if you're using that, Skitty, Whismur, Tailo, I guess. Pretty much anything with normal moves works rather well with it. So yeah, I'm gonna put that on that Skitty I just caught in the last episode. Level 18, my goodness, it was such a high level Skitty. Okay, so next door here, this is called the Dewford Hall. Now if you remember Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald, you'll remember this place as being very trendy. That's right, a random saying is generated every time you visit this place and talk to this guy here. In my Pokemon Emerald videos, that phrase was big service. It's just totally randomly generated, and it's really fun. However, they have changed it for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, it will always start out as Potion Festivals. So you can actually change what this is. So he says Potion Festivals are the biggest thing happening where you're from too, right? If you say yes, well, you'll agree and you won't change it. If you say no, huh? It's not the hip and happening thing? Well, hey, you have to tell me what's new and what's in. So, unlike the old games where you could choose different words and phrases and things, now you have to first choose an item, and I think it has to be from the Pokeball slot or from the medicine slot, or I'm sorry, the items pocket or the medicine pocket. So you are kind of limited. However, you know, there may be some pretty cool things you can do with this, or pretty funny things. Like, for instance, let's say Repel. Repels, huh? What's popular about them? And then you pick the second part of this. So you could do, like, Repel houses, Repel dexes, Repel songs, Repel parties, Repel schools. I don't know. Let's do... You know what? Actually, let's just quit. I want to do something else. Alright, let's try, I don't know. How about Super Potion? Super Potion parties. Doesn't that sound fun? Doesn't that sound fun? That's like something I'd want to go to. Huh? Super Potion parties? Oh, yeah, I know about those. Super Potion parties, right? They're the coolest, aren't they? They're the hippest thing in hip these days. There's no way I wouldn't know about them. Potion festivals are so yesterday's news. It's Super Potion parties time now. Yep, and if you go inside here, even though it doesn't really accomplish anything, it's just really funny hearing everyone talking about whatever that trendy phrase is. I've been doing some research on trendy Super Potion parties. Is it true that there's a deep relationship between Super Potion parties and romance? Oh, totally. Oh, so my hunch was right. I'm one step closer to being hip and happening. Yowza! Yeah, everyone in here talks really funny about that. I wonder if there's anything on TV about Super Potion parties. Man, I just can't wait for the Super Potion party. We really have to have a splendid party. Yes, even the TV news might come to report on the Super Potion party. It's an event with a lot of history, after all. Yep, I think this very well may change as you street pass with other players, like their phrases may wind up here. I haven't actually tested it out myself, but that's how it worked when you record mixed back in the old games. So that's kind of cool. Alright, so, Pokemon Center right there. Do I need to heal my Pokemon? I don't remember if I did. Nah, they're all set. That's awesome. Yeah, so, down south of the Pokemon Center, you will find the gym. That's right, here it is. The Dewford Town Pokemon Gym. Leader Brawly, a big wave in fighting. Yep, you're gonna need to go in there before you can proceed much further, particularly through Granite Cave. You can actually visit Granite Cave, though, to get some Pokemon in case you need them. Zubat would be a wonderful Pokemon to catch to take on the gym leader, by the way. So, you know, maybe consider that. I'm not going to show that right now. I'll do that separately, but yeah. Also, you may notice this fisherman guy here. Well, let's go ahead and talk to him. This is a renowned fishing spot. Are you getting the itch to fish? Yes. I hear you, and I like what you're saying. I'll give you one of my fishing rods. Awesome, I got the old rod. Cool. So old, though. And as an added bonus, I'll even throw in a little fishing advice. First, you want to face the water and then use the rod. Focus your mind. If you get a bite, pull on the rod. Sometimes you can snag something immediately, but with bigger catches, you need to time the pulls on your rod to haul them in. Yes, so we can finally catch water-type Pokemon. The problem is there's not really a great selection of them, unfortunately. Let me go ahead and do something to make this so much easier, okay? So you'll find the old rod in your key items pocket, but you will probably want to select this register thing. You can register up to 4 items, and they can then be used rather quickly just by pressing Y while you are, you know, out here on the menu. So for instance, I could go to the menu and use that old rod, or since I have it registered, I can just press Y. If you have multiple things registered, you know what, I'm gonna withdraw this really quick by pressing A. If you have multiple items registered, it will pop up a little thing and you can press a direction to use that item. But if you only have one, it'll just use that item right away. Anyway, the trick to this is you just need to wait. And sometimes you don't even get anything. You don't want to press A too early, like I did just a little bit ago. And you want to press A as soon as you see those exclamation marks above your head. And that will reel in a Pokemon. Now, early on, you don't really have access to a lot of Pokemon. In fact, I'm not 100% sure. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that the only Pokemon you can actually get through fishing right now with the old rod are Magikarp, Tentacool, and Goldeen. And Goldeen you can't find here. You can find it somewhere else. I'll talk about all the Pokemon you can find while you are fishing. But for right now, let's see if I can catch this Magikarp. I'm gonna try Quick Attack. It actually has an okay defense stat, so... well, I guess I should have used Wing Attack, huh? Oh well, it's not like it's that difficult to find another one. Yeah, we'll just do that. Let's try catch another. Whoops. Come on. Yeah, the old rod can sometimes be a little unreliable, but that's okay. Magikarp is not at all a good Pokemon. In fact, it's actually really awful. But at level 20, it evolves into the fearsome Gyarados, a really powerful water flying type. So it kind of makes up for it. Let's try Wing Attack this time. Oh! It's a critical hit, darn it. Okay, cool. Here's one of the other Pokemon that you can find while you're using the old rod. You can find this out by the beaches and stuff like that. It's Tentacool. This one's only level 5, and I don't think you can even find it at a higher level. At least not with the old rod, so I'm gonna have to get a little creative as to trying to catch this thing. It's a water poison type, and it has a lot of special defense. It actually doesn't make that bad of a Pokemon to use. The problem is, it doesn't really level up for a while. Or, I'm sorry, it doesn't evolve for a while. So, it may be stuck as a Tentacool for quite some time. let's see if I can manage to weaken it with this Nincada here. That's pretty good. Alright, let's just try Scratch one more time. Come on, you gotta hit it. Oh, darn it. Oh, darn it again. Poisoned. Ah! Just having a bad day. Poor Nincada. Okay, at least you snapped out of your confusion. Should be able to catch this thing now. Alright, let's use a Pokeball. Cool. I caught Tentacool. Okay, very awesome. Yeah, you can definitely find this if you use your old rod down by Dewford Town. It's not super common, but it's not like it's super rare or anything. Alright, cool. Let me actually heal up. And you know what? I think because I want to get one of the other Pokemon with the old rod, the only other thing I think you can get at this point, other than Magikarp and Tentacool, I'm going to travel back to Route 104, and then we're going to check out somewhere else. Alright, cool. I'm back on Route 104. By the way, if ever you need to get back here, you just talk to Mr. Briny, and he will return you to the mainland. Okay, so Petalburg City, alright? This is another place where you can get a Pokemon. I'm actually going to heal really quick. Alright, all healed. So, Petalburg actually has some water here. And you can use this to fish for either Magikarp or Goldeen. Goldeen isn't really available too many other places that you're going, so you'll have to backtrack for it if you want it. Alright, let's see if I can get this Magikarp. All it does is use Splash, so it doesn't really have that much it can even do. Thankfully, they're really easy to catch. I mean, they really aren't that challenging. Could probably even just throw a Pokeball and catch it without any difficulty. Cool, so now I got Magikarp. That means there's just one more Pokemon that we can get with the old rod, at least at this point. Oh yeah, look at that thing. So it's pretty darn useless until it evolves to Gyarados at level 20, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright, let's see if I can get the other Pokemon here. There it is, Goldeen. That's right, Goldeen is another water type. You can't get this out by the beach, but you can get it on, I think, Route 102, as well as Petalburg City. It's somewhat uncommon, at least compared to Magikarp, but, you know, try fishing a few times and you should get one without too much difficulty. Now, is it all that great of a Pokemon? Not necessarily. But if you're interested in it, this is how you would obtain it. Oh, it has Peck. Oh, no! Alright, let's see if I can catch it. There we go. Got me a Goldeen. Cool. Okay, so I guess while I head back to whatchamacallit, to Dewford Town, I'll talk about these 3 Pokemon and their evolutions, kind of let you know if you should use them or not. Magikarp is one of the worst Pokemon of all time, but the good news is it evolves at level 20 into one of the best Pokemon, Gyarados. Gyarados has great stats, specializing in attack and special defense. It's not super fast, but quick enough to strike first most of the time, and it has great defensive stats. Its moves start off lackluster, but good level up moves include Ice Fang at level 32, Aqua Tail at level 35, Crunch at level 41, and Dragon Dance at level 47. The last of which is awesome for raising Gyarados' attack and speed, and allowing it to sweep teams. It benefits from TM and HM moves too. Early on, it lacks options other than Bulldoze, but later moves like Waterfall, Earthquake, Return, and Stone Edge help. Surf isn't ideal due to Gyarados' lower special attack, but it's probably worth teaching until you get Aqua Tail or Waterfall. As Mega Gyarados, it loses its Flying type for Dark type, which gives it better survivability against Electric type moves. Its attack also goes sky high. You can get the Gyarados on Route 123 by giving the Poochyena in one of the houses a good scratch. Overall, Gyarados is definitely recommended, so long as you can wait a few levels for it to evolve. Tentacool is a water poison type that specializes in special defense. No pun intended. It's also pretty quick. Regrettably, it doesn't evolve into Tentacruel until level 30, but as a Tentacruel, it's pretty darn good. It's got nice defensive stats even aside from its good special defense, plus both its attack and special attack are alright. It learns some reasonable water and poison type moves as it levels up early on. Sludge Wave is really nice at level 48. It doesn't get a ton of TM and HM moves, but it does get the staples like Surf, Sludge Bomb, and Ice Beam. Interestingly, it gets Dazzling Gleam, a fairy type move. You can even go for a physical based approach by putting Swords Dance, Waterfall, and Poison Jab on it instead. Overall, Tentacruel is really solid. It's just a grueling wait to level 30 that hurts. Goldeen is a pure water type that evolves into Seaking all the way at level 33. Goldeen's stats are moderate early on, but will fall short rapidly due to its late evolution. Even as Seaking, it leaves much to be desired, with little but its okay attack standing out. Water Pulse is the only water type move it learns for a while, at level 16, and being special based, it's not good with it. It gets Waterfall at level 32 without needing an HM, and that's good. Seaking can get Mega Horn and Poison Jab by exchanging a Heart Scale. Otherwise, it has an extremely underwhelming pool of TM moves. Overall, you're better with most other water types. Alrighty, so we're back at Dewford Town. That's awesome. Let's see. So those are some of the Pokemon that you can get if you use the Old Rod. You know, none are really that fantastic, but, you know, they're at least there, which is kind of useful, I guess. Yeah, but actually there's not really that much more to Dewford Town than that. You can actually go behind this house here, over to Route 107. And again, there's nothing really here. No new Pokemon to fish with your Old Rod. There is this item here. I'm not going to pick it up just in case I do Route 107 on its own thing. But if you do want to get this item, it is a Super Repel. So you're not missing much if you don't pick this up. At this point, all you really need to do is just head to the gym and fight against the trainers inside as well as the gym leader. Remember, it's a fighting type gym, so you're going to want things that are either flying type or psychic type, or I guess fairy type too. But you don't really have too many options as far as fairy goes. Pretty much it's Ralts and that's it. Also, you could go north here onto Route 106 and then further on to the Granite Cave. Should you want, you can watch those videos later on, you know, once they're posted and see what kind of Pokemon are there, if that helps. Or you can see in the walkthrough on my website, Marriland.com, if there's anything you want. But Zubat is very helpful against the gym leader, so you might want to do that. Get a little bit of extra experience. But yeah, anyway, I think that pretty much wraps up Dewford Town here, as well as what you can get with the Old Rod. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. See you next time, everyone!